ensure that they conduct their campaign in a mature and peaceful manner.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is not very important news.
Because I think all of them are brothers and sisters.
Mr. Kenyatta, some of the 60,000 European settlers here are frightened that their titles to land and their right to stay in Kenya may be thrown overboard when a Kenyan administration takes over.
Well, I don't think they have anything to fear, providing that they behave.
Section ya katiba ya Kenya ya 2A.
Think of building the next city and think of the next road to which part of Kenya, and think of what you would like to see happen to Kenya.
Since Kenya attained its independence in 1963, several crucial moments have shaped the way our country operates. Going back to 1978, Jomo Kenyatta passed away before concluding his term in office as president. That saw Daniel Toroitich arap Moi, who was the vice president at the time, ascend to power as our country's leader. In 1982, Kenya was declared a single-party state, and the Air Force attempted to launch a coup aimed at bringing President Moi's reign to an end.
I am glad to inform Kenyans that I have today assented to the bill as a sign of my commitment to political reform. I urge all contestants to ensure that they conduct their campaign in a mature and peaceful manner.
More than 2 decades after the late Moi became president, the country held its first multi-party elections in 1992. Moi still emerged victorious, with KANU attaining majority amidst accusations of electoral irregularities. Moi also won his 1997 re-election bid. Our country was rocked by the 1998 bombing of the US Embassy in Nairobi. The incident claimed the lives of 224, leaving another 4,500 people with injuries. Mwai Kibaki became the head of state in 2002, subsequently bringing Moi's reign to an end after he served as president for a record 24 years. The NARC government introduced free primary education in 2003. And in 2004, the late Professor Wangari Maathai made our nation proud as the first African woman to win the prestigious Nobel Prize. Mwai Kibaki was re-elected as president in 2007, and it turned out to be one of the saddest moments in our country's history. The post-election violence that hit the country claimed the lives of 800 people, and thousands more were displaced. A unity government took office in 2008, with the opposition leader Raila Odinga serving as vice president.
That we successfully steered with Prime Minister Honorable Raila Odinga and Vice President Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka.
And 2010 marked yet another momentous time in Kenya's history when the new constitution was approved. Most notably, the new constitution limited the powers of the president. our current President Uhuru Kenyatta, the Deputy President William Ruto, and 3 other politicians appeared before the International Criminal Court in 2011 to respond to charges related to the post-election violence experienced in 2007. Uhuru Kenyatta would go on to become the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces in 2013, and he was re-elected in 2017. That brings us to May the 13th of 2021, when a panel of 5 judges concluded that the proposed Building Bridges initiative was null and void.
We see on the execution of, as well as the history we have outlined at the beginning of this part of the judgment, we can, at the outset, state authoritatively that the impugned sections of the Constitution Amendment Bill are unlawful and unconstitutional for the following reasons. First, they impermissibly direct the IEBC on the execution of its constitutional functions. Second, they purport to set a criteria for the delimitation and distribution of constituencies, which is at variance with that created by the Constitution at Article 89(5). Third, they ignore a key due process constitutional consideration in delimiting and distributing constituencies, namely the public participation requirement. Fourth, they impose timelines for the delimitation exercise, which are at variance with those in the Constitution. Fifth, they impermissibly take away the rights of individuals who are aggrieved by the delimitation decisions of the IEBC to seek judicial review of the decisions, of those decisions. And sixth, by tacking in the apportionment and delimitation of the 70 newly created constituencies in the second schedule using a preset criteria which is not within the constitutional standard enshrined in Article 89(2)-12. The new provisions have the effect of extratextually amending or suspending the intended impacts of Article 89 of the Constitution, which forms part of the basic structure of the Constitution and are therefore unamendable.